Hello, good morning, and welcome to another video. It has been a while since I filmed in this room, but we are back in my bed. For anybody who's curious about what the rest of this wall looks like, I'll just show you real quick because I always show the bottom, but like, there's all of that. So anyways, I was taking a shower this morning, hence the wet hair, and I was trying to plan out what to do today because the new Horizon game just came out and my fiance basically told me I'm riding solo today. So why not do an impromptu 24-hour readathon? One of my goals for this year is to have a successful 24-hour readathon, and I think that's going to take a couple different attempts. So today is 2022 attempt 1. Also, I don't know when this video is going to come out because I planned out all of the videos for February and March. So if this is like in a place that doesn't make sense because I've already talked about these books, I'm sorry. All the books that I'm going to talk about that are currently in another video or I'm planning to have in another video, I'm not going to go in depth with. I'll just kind of give you a general idea of what I feel about the book. And obviously ones that aren't going to be in videos, I'll get more into detail. So I have about 18 more minutes left of The Gunslinger by Stephen King. I'm very, very close to finishing this, and that is priority number 1, is to finish that today. I'm also about 22% of the way through The Hating Game. I can't remember the author, so I'll have it up. Having an excellent time with that one. That one is very fun, very funny. That one is also a high priority because it is going to be in another video, but not for a while, but I'm borrowing it from the library and it's very popular, so the library wants it back in like 4 or 5 days. Also, I have Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman, pretty sure is her name. I'm also borrowing this from the library and I have even less days. I have like 3 days to finish that and I haven't even started it, so that's also a high priority for today. So plans for today is I'm going to finish The Gunslinger, I'm gonna get a little bit further into The Hating Game, and then I have to film a couple different videos and I have to go to the grocery store. Typical, it's a Saturday. Let's just get started. Okay, so I just got home from Target. I was gonna go inside and film like a little kind of update, but there's no such thing as better lighting than outside lighting. So we're in my car still. It's a little bit before 3 o'clock, so like a good amount of time has passed since I last updated, but I did a lot in this time. So I finished reading The Gunslinger, ended up giving that 3 stars. It was like a fun time, but it was a confusing time. I have like a whole video for that that's came out before this. And I made it to about 30% of the way through The Hating Game. Actually, I'm liking this book so much that I got the physical copy from Target. It was, 20% off. The books are always cheaper at Target. I've actually been taking screenshots of my ebook and kind of like cropping it so I know which part I like, and as soon as I go inside, I'm gonna like get my annotating supplies and I'm gonna go back and like highlight all of the like really fun and cute moments. Yeah, so I'm gonna be switching to the physical book, which is great because now I could return the library book and not have to worry about it like expiring and stuff. Also, I got Starbucks because when in Target you have to get Starbucks. You just have to. I know my jacket is ripped, it came like that, and I just have been too lazy to sew it back together. It's not snowing anymore, so it's okay for me to have iced coffee. Also, when I was at Target, I found this really cute pajama set, which I will be switching into very soon. Probably my next update you see, I'll be wearing it.
Told you what to chase.
So this is the pajamas I was talking about that I got at Target. It's like a really cute like tank top, crop top with some cute shorts that are matching. So it's a little bit after 9 o'clock and I've been drinking this neon blue monstrosity. It's horrible for your heart, but gotta keep on keeping on. So for my reading, I haven't actually made it too far into it because I did take like an hour off so that I can like eat dinner and watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy. But I am now on page 220 in The Hating Game, which is about like 60%, like I'm a little bit more than halfway. We've gotten to the part in the enemies to lovers trope where we're getting to the side of lovers, but we're not quite there yet. Like they're still kind of stepping on each other's toes and they're trying to like navigate this shift in their relationship, which I kind of like. Some enemies to lovers jump from enemies to lovers like very quickly, And this isn't exactly like that, but a little bit. So Lucy is definitely more like forward with like her intentions and everything, and Josh is still a little bit reserved. Like he's definitely loosened up a lot, and you can tell that he cares for her and like has positive feelings for her. It's just not as obvious as Lucy, but it's so great. It's so funny, it's so sweet. I'm also realizing we got two different tropes in here. We've got enemies to lovers, and we got I hate everybody but you trope. I am getting a little bit tired, but I think I should definitely finish this by the morning. Also, I didn't mention this, but when I went to Target, I didn't listen to an audiobook. I was just taking a break. I didn't think I was gonna be there for very long, and I wasn't. So like, I didn't feel the need to pick up an audiobook. Also, I started Heartstopper Volume 2. I'm like 30% of the way through the book, and this kind of takes place directly after Volume 1. It's kind of like the aftermath of what happens in like the very last page, the very last scene. But it's so sweet, it's so cute. Everything about the Heartstopper series is just incredible. Like if you haven't read any of them, read them. And it doesn't take long to read at all. It's a very simple little graphic novel. It's one of those where it doesn't have a lot of text on the pages. It's a lot more pictures. I love it. I'm having such a good time. Give me 2 minutes. All right, my cat said that's enough of an update, so I'll see you later. Alright, good morning. I just woke up, so my face is kind of puffy. It is about 8:30 right now. I ended up going to sleep at like a little bit after 1 o'clock, maybe like 1:30 this morning. I just couldn't make it. So I started reading yesterday around like 9:30 in the morning, so technically I still have like an hour left, and I have like 50 more pages of The Hating Game, and I'm still about a third of the way through Heartstopper. So I think I'm going to just keep reading until I finish both of these books. So give myself like a little bit of an extension because like I did fall asleep. Yeah, and honestly it shouldn't take me longer than 2 hours probably, so I'll be very close to doing it in 24 hours. But first, coffee.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something.
Okay, so it has been a couple of days. So I did end up finishing The Hating Game and Heartstopper like the same day that I said I was going to, but then afterwards I got a migraine and I was not gonna film like that. I'm gonna be ending the video here. We'll just start with Heartstopper because that's an easy one. Heartstopper Volume 2 takes place directly after Heartstopper Volume 1. Obviously the whole series is about these two boys who are discovering their relationship with each other. Book number 1 is really just an introduction, and book number 2 is when Nick is kind of figuring out his sexuality and what he decides he wants to identify as. This book was so incredibly sweet. I was getting cavities just reading it. I gave this book 5 stars and I already put myself on the waiting list for Volume 3. I want it. These graphic novels are so incredibly cute and sweet, and I really recommend everybody read them. It doesn't take very long to read them. They're like maybe an hour to read. They're graphic novels and there's not a lot of words on the page, but what is there is perfect. So 5 stars, highly recommend. So then I finished The Hating Game and I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. I really loved it. I know this book was hyped up a little while ago, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to read it, because I wanted to compare it with The Spanish Love Deception. So that's a video that's going to be coming out soon. But yeah, I loved the banter between the two main characters, and I loved how organic it went from enemies to lovers. Like, it didn't just forcibly happen. I feel like in a lot of enemies to lovers books, people just randomly wake up and are like, oh yeah, I don't hate them, I love them. And that's not how it happened in this book. It's a lot more organic, which makes it a lot more believable. The only problem I had with this book is how often Lucy is described to be as small or little. If Lucy is small, like, that's not an issue. What the issue comes in with how she's constantly being referred to as small. It's not just her being small, it's like they also compare her to a child, which I feel like does not belong in an adult romance. But yeah, besides that, it was a fun time. I really enjoyed it. I do recommend reading it. So I consider this 24-hour readathon to be semi-successful. So I did sleep. I'm one of those people that can't just stay up for 24 hours straight. I I get a massive migraine the next day, as was what happened this time. So I can't really have sleep be a determining factor of if this readathon was successful or not. I did everything I set out to do. I finished the 3 books that I wanted to, and I had a good time. So I guess it was successful. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.